Good morning to one and all. Today's topic is palatine tonsil. This is very important topic clinically as well as in anatomy. It's important 5-mark also. These are the learning objectives you have to know at the end of the class. So first you should know what type of lymphoid tissue is the tonsil and where it is located and its boundaries. And the important thing is what are tonsillar bed structures. Like stomach bed structures, here also there are important tonsillar bed structures. The next is important is blood supply of the tonsil, and clinically tonsil is very important. You have to know about the acute and chronic tonsillitis. Here is the basic classification of lymphoid tissue. So lymphoid tissue is classified into 3 main types: primary, secondary and tertiary. In primary lymphoid tissue, the thymus and the bone marrow comes under primary lymphoid tissue. This classification is very important throughout. Okay, so the basic classification you should know. In the primary, there is thymus and the bone marrow comes under primary lymphoid tissue. The secondary lymphoid tissue, the lymph nodes, lymphoid follicles in tonsil, Peyer's patches, spleen, adenoids and the skin, etc. comes under secondary. Among this, we are going to see about this lymphoid follicles in tonsil. Tertiary, all the distributed groups of the lymphocytes comes under tertiary. In this slide, you can see basic classification of pharynx, how the pharynx has been divided. So pharynx has been divided into 3 parts. One is nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx. Why I am telling this is, this tonsil, that is our today's topic, the lymphoid tissue tonsil is located in this oropharynx. So only you should know the pharynx has been divided into 3 parts. Among the 3 parts, the tonsil is located in the oropharynx. So in this picture, you can make out from where to where is the oropharynx and you can locate where the tonsil is present. Coming to the boundaries of tonsil, that is tonsillar fossa. So tonsil is located in the tonsillar fossa. We are going to see the boundaries of the tonsillar fossa. So anteriorly it is bounded by palatoglossal arch which contain palatoglossus muscle. Posteriorly by the palatopharyngeal arch containing palatopharyngeus muscle. Apex is the soft palate where the 2 arches meet. So it meets in the soft palate, so that forms the apex. And where this tonsil is resting, that is the base, is formed by the dorsal surface of the posterior 1/3 of the tongue. And the lateral wall is formed by superior constrictor muscle. This is one of the muscle of the pharynx. Pharynx is made up of 3 constrictor, superior, middle and inferior. Among the 3, the superior constrictor forms the lateral wall of the tonsillar fossa. So this lateral wall is otherwise known as tonsillar bed. In this picture, you can see the boundaries of tonsillar fossa, where exactly the tonsil is present. Here, this is the anterior pillar, which is formed by the palatoglossal arch, and this is the posterior pillar, which is formed by the palatopharyngeal. In this picture, they have mentioned it as anterior fascial pillar, and the posterior fascial pillar is nothing but the anterior pillar and the posterior pillar. So you can make out the 2 pillars. In between the 2 pillars, there is a round oval structure, that is the palatine tonsil. And you can make out the uvula. Yes. And behind will be the soft palate where the 2 arches are meeting, that forms the apex. And here this is the, you can see the entire tongue. In the entire tongue, this tonsil is occupying the posterior 1/3 of the tongue, dorsal surface of the posterior 1/3 of the tongue. Till now, you might have seen a schematic picture of a tonsil. Now you can see the live picture of a tonsil, and in this picture you can make out the part which is projected in the center, that is the uvula. On either side of the uvula you can see a arch, that is the palatoglossal arch. Just behind the palatoglossal arch you can see two ovoid masses, that is the tonsil. This is how the tonsil is located. Now we can see the external features of the tonsil. So tonsil has got two surfaces. One is medial surface and the lateral surface, two poles, upper pole, lower pole, an anterior border and the posterior border. So these are the external features of a tonsil. So medial surface, lateral surface, upper pole, lower pole, anterior border and the posterior border. Coming to the medial surface of the tonsil, it is lined by stratified squamous non-keratinizing epithelium. If you see the medial surface, it will be facing the oral cavity. So the lining epithelium of the oral cavity also lines the tonsil, that is the stratified squamous non-keratinizing epithelium. This epithelium dips into the substance of tonsil, forming crypt, tonsillar crypt, which is very important histological feature. Tonsillar crypts. Crypts are around 12 to 15 in number, and these crypts will represent the ventral part of the second pharyngeal pouch. So embryologically it is representing the ventral part of second pharyngeal pouch, and these crypts will increase the surface area of the tonsil. Sometimes these crypts can be filled with the cheesy material, which is nothing but the epithelial debris, food particles and even bacteria can lodge in this crypt. Next is the lateral surface of the tonsil. So this lateral surface is covered by a fibrous capsule. So this lateral surface is related to tonsillar bed structure, which I said already in the boundaries. The lateral wall forms the tonsillar bed. So this lateral surface of the tonsil is related to tonsillar bed, and there is a gap between the tonsil and the tonsillar bed that is filled by the loose areolar tissue. Through this loose areolar tissue, the tonsil can be dissected from its bed structures during tonsillectomy. So this site is also a site for the collection of pus. Then we will call it as peritonsillar abscess, otherwise known as quinsy. In this picture, you can see the tonsil. You can see both the medial surface as well as lateral surface of the tonsil. Medial surface is facing the oral cavity and the lateral surface is related to the tonsillar bed structure. So here you can see the tonsillar bed structure in detail. Arrangement you can see from within outwards we are going to see. The first will be the pharyngobasilar fascia. The next is the superior constrictor muscle, which I have already mentioned in the boundaries. And the third is buccopharyngeal fascia. And the fourth is styloglossal muscle, only the lower part. And the fifth is the glossopharyngeal nerve. So these are the 5 tonsillar bed structures. So there is a gap between the tonsil and the tonsillar bed structure where the loose areolar tissue is present, and there is one vein also that we call it as paratonsillar vein. This is very important. I will tell the importance in the later slides. So through this gap only they will dissect the tonsil from the tonsillar bed structures.